Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parbrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Om Shri Gangai Nathay Namah. Jai Shri Gurudev, Jai Shri Dada Gurudev. Jai Shri Gurudev to all of you, those who are watching this session live or recorded. Jai Shri Gurudev. As you know, these sessions are about Guru Siyag Siddha Yog. Our Gurudev Shri Ramlal ji Siyag is Kalki Avatar, is descent of Krishna in the physical and the comforter. Jesus Christ prophesied about the comforter, that comforter will come. I will send a comforter from the Father. He will liberate you from your sorrows. And many other signs Jesus told about the comforter. All those signs which he told are coming true regarding Gurudev Ramlal ji Siyag. Maharishi Shri Aurobindo predicted the time, told the time that Krishna has descent in the physical on 24th November 1926. This date is the date of birth of Gurudev Shri Ramlal ji Siyag. On 1st January 1969, Gurudev attained first Siddhi, Gayatri Siddhi, Nirguna Nirakar Siddhi. And in 1984, with the grace of Baba Shri Gangai Naji, he attained another Siddhi, Krishna Siddhi. It is called the Sagun Sakar Siddhi. First Siddhi is formless, second is form. Complete Siddhi of the complete evolution. Sagun Sakar, Krishna is a complete evolution in the process of human evolution. So he is a Purna Avatar, the complete Avatar, Krishna. So descent of Krishna into the physical as a Guru to transform the entire human race into the completeness. So Gurudev's mission is to transform the entire human race. It is the timing evolution of the human being into the completeness. This is the process. So Kramik Vikas, we call it the Kramik Vikas. Now Gurudev has written two books which are very important for anybody who has any question about regarding he is a comforter, how he is a comforter. Then you can test him, you can check. How you can check? Gurudev initiate his disciple with divine mantra, Sanjeevani mantra, and you can listen that mantra in the end of this video. You can also search that video, Gurudev's divine mantra. Search Gurudev Ramlal ji Siyag Sanjeevani mantra, you will get it. 2 times of meditation in front of Gurudev's picture for 15 minutes. Sit in front of the Gurudev's picture and ask for the 15 minutes meditation, and whatever happens in the 15 minutes, after 15 minutes, any kriyas, any yoga if happens, it will stop automatically. You will realize after 15 minutes something has happened, and you will realize that this picture is the divine picture, is the alive picture, and this Gurudev is not an ordinary one. Okay. Gurudev has given the details about his Siddha Yoga into this book. This is a religious revolution in the world. As names just religious revolution in the world. So it is really is a revolution which Gurudev is doing. In this book, Gurudev has given 9 chapters. The first chapter is Introduction to Siddha Yoga, how to get initiated into Siddha Yoga, benefits of Siddha Yoga, philosophy of Siddha Yoga, life sketch of Guru Siyag, prophecies about Guru Siyag, prophecies of Holy Bible, meaning of prophecies, and world peace. If you see the description of this video, you will find a drive link. From that drive link, you can download this book. And the last link which I have given is a 44 minutes of session where I have given the basic explanation about Guru Siyag Siddha Yoga, how you can get initiated into it. You can watch that session. After that session, next 11th session is about this book, Religious Revolution in the World. You can listen to those, watch those videos, and also read this read this book by downloading it. And you can watch the videos also. I have given my own experiences also in the video. Second book, which is more important as a science of Gurudev being a Krishna or the Kalki or the Comforter, and the one and only that Paramatman who is taking a different physical form and coming down on the earth to help us, to motivate us, to ascend us towards him. So this is the second book. This is Hindi book. This is the book, English one, the Prophecies from the Holy Bible. We are reading this book, and I am also putting up my own experiences during 7.5 years so far into the Siddha. So you can download this book from the description link given, the drive link given. If you have any question, any doubt you can have, you may have any doubt, you can put into the comment box. I will definitely take up your comment. All right. Now we are reading this book, and now we will start the new chapter. This is the last chapter of this book, and it is the most important chapter. All the chapters I said are very important, the most important, but really this chapter is very much important, because this chapter defines the descent of Krishna's purpose, the purpose of Jesus, the purpose of Sanatana Dharma, the purpose of evolution, the purpose of human being on the earth, everything. So this chapter is, that is why on that content is very important. On that point of view, very important. Let's start the 21st chapter. In the 21st century, Sanatana Dharma would become the future world religion. Now see how coincidentally it is. It is 21st chapter and it is the last chapter. It is talking about the 21st century also. And the religious revolution will take its final turn into the 21st century. Just making something. But it might be a coincidence, right? Okay. Just on a lighter note. Why to be very serious? Why are you so serious? Huh? There's a dialogue. Why so serious? Huh? Light up your mood. Take it lightly. Just do meditation, chanting the name of the God. Huh? So, let's start. In the 21st century, Sanatana Dharma would become the future world religion. This is announcement. This is kind of an announcement. Okay. The heading of this chapter is in itself an excerpt from several of the prophecies made by many of the seers and saints coming from all corners and all countries of the world. Had the people all over the world been prepared to accept Hinduism in the form as it is in these days, the work relating to its becoming a world religion would have been accomplished long back, as Swami Vivekananda, when in Chicago over 100 years ago, had acquainted all the religious heads and teachers of all the religions in the world with the essentials of Vedic religion. That was really a very important time when Swami Vivekananda went over there, and he really introduced Sanatana Dharma to the world. That was a great victory of maybe the first step, but as the book is saying, it could have been accomplished long before, but somehow the darkness is too solid around us. All right. People of the world before the close of the 20th century would start relishing the taste of the eternal fruit of yoga coming from the divine, all wishful filling Vedantic tree that Swamiji had planted in America. It is true that in the last decade of the 20th century, Gurudev emerged as a world guru, as a Kalki avatar, as a comforter, and he started the mass initiation to the people. Gurudev said, what my mission is to transform the entire human race to its final evolution. It cannot be achieved by the single initiation or the private initiations, or the people coming to me taking the initiation into the Siddha Yoga. That cannot be going to be the solution for the entire human race evaluation. So it must be done on the mass scale. He did it till 2009 for 19 years. Then with the adesh of his gurus, he decided to open the mantra initiation to the entire world. So he spoke out the mantra in front of the media. It went into the ether, into the sky. He said, now I have given it to the entire world. My voice has gone into the sky. Nobody can stop it. Now it is open to everyone. And that way, anybody, anywhere in the world, any day, any time of the day, listen to that mantra and start chanting that mantra without moving lips and tongue. will start the transformation. 2 times of meditation, he will realize something is happening. So this is the process. We should, to start with, know something about the salient features of Hinduism. Swami Vivekananda's speaking on Hinduism in the Parliament of the World Religion held in Chicago, USA during September 1893 had said, "The Hindu religion does not consist in struggles and attempts to believe in certain doctrine and dogma, but in realizing, not in believing, but in being and becoming." This is just ultimate lines by Swamiji, that the God is matter of self-realization and being, becoming, and it's not the matter of believing or talking. So if God is there, then there must be a way out to achieve, to reach to Him. On the similar lines, Maharishi Aurobindo has given such a brave statement, and he said, Maharishi Aurobindo said, "If there is a God, I will find Him. I'll find the way out. And no matter how hard the way is, how hard the path is, I do not care about it. But I'll find Him and I'll bring down." So it happened on 24th November 1926 when Rishi Aurobindo announced the Krishna has descent onto the earth, into the physical. He found Him and he brought Him down for the every human being on the earth. Maharishi said, Rishi Aurobindo said that I have asked as much, as big as the earth, as much as earth can ask for. Nothing big this earth can ask for from the God for its betterment or the human's evolution. I have asked the maximum or the biggest boon from the God. I have asked Himself that He must come down. He Himself must do the work. So He brought down the Krishna into the physical. So nothing bigger than that. Anything can be. Maharishi Sri Aurobindo, the poet of patriotism, prophet of nationalism, and lover of humanity, who is well known across distant seas and lands, had, during the period when he was in Alipur jail, certain adesh from Lord Krishna about the Sanatan Dharma. He had spoken about them in his Uttarpada speech. So, this Uttarpada speech, particular this speech, we will read it out. We will also have understanding about the few lines from the speech which we can evaluate further to understand the importance of the Uttarpada speech. I have, with the Guru's grace, we have done some sessions where we have evaluated some of the lines in Hindi. With Guru's permission, with Guru's help and with his Adesh, we will try to do the first chapter after finishing this book, that speech, and we will try to understand the deeper meaning of that Uttarpada speech. Why Uttarpada speech is so important, that it transformed the life of Rishi Aurobindo and transforming the life of everyone who is coming across that speech. I will also upload that speech into English. I'll find it and I'll definitely upload it into the English. You can also download and read it, and we can discuss the deeper meaning of those revolutionary speech. In here, let's see how much is given detail over here. Certain adesh from the Lord Krishna about the Sanatan Dharma. He had spoken about them in his Uttarpada speech. He had said, "This was the next thing he told me." Then a thing happened suddenly, and in a moment I was hurried away to the seclusion of a solitary cell. What happened to me during that period I am not impelled to say, but only this, that day after day He showed me His wonders and made me realize the utter truth of the Hindu religion. I had many doubts before. I was brought up in England amongst foreign ideas and an atmosphere entirely foreign. About many things in Hinduism, I had once been inclined to believe that they were imaginations. So this was the mindset of Sri Aurobindo himself is saying, imaginations. I had an idea about Hinduism that um, I had once been inclined to believe that they were imaginations, that there was much of dream in it, much that was delusion and maya. But now, day after day, I realized in the mind, I realized in the heart, I realized in the body the truth of the Hindu religion. They became living experiences to me, and things were opened to me which no material science could explain. When I first approached him, it was not entirely in the spirit of the bhakta. It was not entirely in the spirit of the jnani, knowledgeable person, the jnani, those who have the knowledge. I came to him long ago in Baroda, some years before the Swadeshi began, and I was drawn into the public field. When I approached God at that time, I hardly had a living faith in Him. The agnostic was in me, the atheist was in me, the skeptic was in me, and I was not absolutely sure that there was a God at all. I did not feel His presence. These words are big words coming from Maharishi Aurobindo, and actually it defines the darkness we are all into. This is uh, Rishi Aurobindo's what felt. He felt it, and he explained it clearly that this was my situation. So now understand, if Rishi Aurobindo in his starting years he said that I did not feel the God at all, then what about we are absolutely we do not have any kind of knowledge about God and anything. If he can feel that thing, then understand this how deeper darkness it is, that it doesn't let feel the importance or the presence of the God even to the people those are born for the great revolutions. Even our Gurudev Shri Ramlal ji Siyag has said the same thing. He said, I was also into the materialistic, I was a materialistic person. I was not spiritually inclined. I was so poor that I had to struggle for my bread and butter. Leave aside that reading Gita or any religious book. I had no interest in it. My first priority was earning a bread. But when God takes you up, when He chooses you, then your life take a turn. Similarly, this will happen with the entire world, because He has chosen the entire world for the transformation through Maharishi Aurobindo, through Ramlal ji Siyag, Gurudev He himself descended down in the form of human body as Gurudev Shri Ramlal ji Siyag. So He has chosen the world for the transformation, and when He chooses someone, He does it. So be ready. Okay, so he says, I did not feel His presence, yet something drew me to the truth of the Vedas, the truth of the Gita, the truth of the Hindu religion. The second message came, and it said, something has been shown to you in this year of seclusion, something about which you had your doubts, and it is the truth of the Hindu religion. It is this religion that I am raising up before the world. It is this that I have perfected and developed through the rishis, saints, and avatars, and now it is going forth to do my work among the nations. I am raising up this nation to send forth my word. This is the Sanatan Dharma. This is the eternal religion which you did not really know before, but which I have now revealed to you. The agnostic and the skeptic in me have been answered, for I have given you proofs within and without you, physical and subjective, which have satisfied you. When you go forth, speak to your nation always this word, that it is for the Sanatan Dharma that they arise. It is for the world and for themselves that they arise. I am giving them freedom for the service of the world. When therefore it is said that India shall rise, it is the Sanatan Dharma that shall rise. When it is said that India shall be great, it is the Sanatan Dharma that shall be great. When it is said that India shall expand and extend herself, It is the Sanatan Dharma that shall expand and extend itself over the world. It is for the Dharma and by the Dharma that India exists. To magnify the religion means to magnify the country. I have shown you that I am everywhere and in all men and in all the things. That I am in this movement and I am not only working in those who are striving for the country, but I am working also in those who oppose them and stand in their path. I am working in everybody, and whatever men may think or do, they can do nothing but help in my purpose. They also are doing my work. They are not my enemies, but my instruments. In all your actions, you are moving forward without knowing which way you move. You mean to do one thing, and you may do another thing. You aim at a result, and your efforts subserves one that is different or contrary. It is Shakti that has gone forth and entered into the people. Since long ago I have been preparing this uprising, and now the time has come, and it is I who will lead it to its fulfillment. Well, the protection of the religion and protection and appraising before the world of the Hindu religion, that is the work before us. But what is the Hindu religion? What is this religion which we call Sanatan eternal? It is Hindu religion only because the Hindu nation has kept it. Because in this peninsula, it grew up in the seclusion of the sea and the Himalayas. Because in the sacred and ancient land, it was given as a charge to the Aryan race to preserve through the ages. But it is not circumscribed by the confines of the single country. It does not belong peculiarly and forever to a bounded part of the world. That which we call the Hindu religion is really the eternal religion, because it is the universal religion which embraces all other. If a religion is not universal, it cannot be eternal. A narrow religion, sectarian religion, no exclusive religion can live for a limited time and a limited purpose. This is the one thing religion that can triumph over materialism by including and anticipating the discoveries of science and the speculation of philosophy. It is the one religion which impresses on mankind and closeness of God to us and embraces in its compass all the possible means by which man can approach God. It is the one religion which insists every moment on the truth which all religions acknowledge, that He is in all men and all things, and that in Him we move and have our being. It is the one religion which enables us not only to understand and believe this truth, but to realize it with every part of our being. It is the one religion which shows the world that the world is, that it is the Leela of Vasudeva. It is the one religion which shows us how we can best play our part in that Leela. Its subtlest laws and its noblest rules, it is the one religion which does not separate life in any smallest detail from religion, which knows that immortality is and has utterly removed from us the reality of death. It is the teaching of Hindu religion only that tell us that the God can be directly realized and seen. Swami Vivekananda in this behalf had said, the mighty word that came out from the sky of spirituality in India was Anubhuti. Realization and ours are only books which declare again and again the Lord is to be seen. Religion is to be realized, not only heard. It is not in learning some doctrine like parrot. Maharishi Sri Aurobindo has repeatedly referred to this point of realization in his Uttarpada speech. Excerpts wherefrom have been extensively quoted in the foregoing pages. The Hindu religion is based on science. In the chapters of Kundalini, we come across descriptions of the 6 chakras, 3 granthis, and 72,000 nadis, 3 being principal ones. No instruments from the medical science have been able to even record them, what to talk of indicating their exact location and nature. Development of science in India was at its zenith up to the end of Satyuga. Maharishi Sri Aurobindo has been more explicit on this subject in his Uttarpada speech. Hindu Dharma alone is capable of assimilating all other religions into it. Hinduism has a method of yoga system that purifies the body, mind, and the knowledge, through which God can be realized and seen. Some instances are quoted hereunder. According to Sutras 33 and 36 of Vibhuti part of the Rishi Patanjali's philosophy of yoga system, the sadhak, the practitioner by power or pratibha gyan, intuitive knowledge, is able to see hidden and distantly placed subtle objects. So also he can see events of the past, future, and the present. Shri Aurobindo had said, I felt there must be a mighty truth somewhere in this yoga, a mighty truth in this religion based on the Vedanta. So when I turned to the yoga and resolved the practice it and find out if my idea was right, I did it in this spirit and with this prayer of him. If thou art, then thou knowest my heart. Thou knowest that I do not ask for mukti. I do not ask for anything which others ask for. I ask only for strength to uplift this nation. I ask only to be allowed to live and work for these people whom I love and to whom I pray that I may devote my life. I strove long for the realization of yoga and at last to some extent I had it, but in what I most desired I was not satisfied. Then, in the seclusion of the jail, of the solitary cell, I asked for it again. I said, give me a message. In the communion of yoga, two messages came. The first message said, I have given you a work and it is to help to uplift this nation. Before long, the time will come when you will have to go out of jail, for it is not my will that this time either you should be convicted or that you should pass time, or others have to do in suffering our country. I have called you to work, and that is the Adesh for which you have asked. I give you the Adesh to go forth and do my work. There is no mention of the fact of direct realization and seeing God in the philosophy of Christianity. Similarly, no system is prescribed for attaining salvation. Above all, Christianity is not based on science, and as such, it cannot keep pace with the present day scientific developments. What fate it would meet with in such a situation can be well imagined of. It does not have the means to embrace other religions and is incomplete. This is the biggest statement actually, and we stop here for the timing. Tomorrow we will start again from here only, because this particular thing, the Christian religion is incomplete. We have also covered the chapter, a completely chapter on it. So we'll start tomorrow from here onward. This is the last chapter. Probably tomorrow we will finish it. Maybe it's a long chapter. Okay, so now we will listen to the Sanjeevani mantra, the sword of the Kalki, which is two-edged sword. The one who hears this mantra must chant this mantra as much as possible without moving lips and tongue, and then see the result. There are lot of things we have to tell. Let's see how it goes. Okay, now we will listen to the Sanjeevani mantra. The entire message of Gurudev you can listen. This video you can also download from the description link. I have given the drive link. You can download this video on YouTube. Currently on live you can just listen to the audio, but this is a video, you can download it. Okay.
What does yoga mean? Yoga means a union of the soul with God or the universal consciousness force. What are the benefits of Siddha Yoga? Siddha Yoga heals, cures or trees the body from any physical illness, adds various forms of cancers, diabetes, arthritis, asthma and even genetic disease like hemophilia. In the case of disease such as AIDS which attacks the entire body, the patient may experience internal kriyas like sensation or heat, electricity or tingling. According to Siddha Yoga philosophy, the divine power awakened by an enlightened Guru gets transmitted through his blissful voice to the listeners, irrespective of language spoken by the Guru. This divine power transmissions occurs smoothly and remain unaffected by the language being used. A regular practice of Siddha Yoga strengthens the immune system. The Kundalini acts as a protective shield of the immune system and wards off the onslaught or recurrence of any disease. Impact of Kundalini awakening. The Kundalini makes the practitioner perform kriyas that are specific to his needs. With this cleaning, the practitioner is cured of all kinds of chronic and even terminal disease such as HIV, AIDS, cancer, arthritis, etc. and genetic disorder like hemophilia. Mental application too are completely cured and stress is completely relieved. Cling, Krishna, cling, 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 cling, Krishna, cling.
So this is the divine mantra of Gurudev Shri Ramlal Ji Siyag. This is called the two-edged sword. The new initiates must keep the picture of Gurudev and the Gurudev in front of you while doing the meditation. 15 minutes meditation in the morning and evening, and chant this mantra, mental chanting without moving lips and tongue as much as possible. For more details, you can put a comment in the comment box, and I'll refer you more videos about the detailed description. The basic descriptive video is given in the description box, the last link. You can check out that link. Okay, so we'll continue this book, these sessions tomorrow. So to all of you, Jai Shri Gurudev, Jai Shri Dada Gurudev. We'll meet. Jai Shri.